Alright, hello April Bruise Day volunteers! Thank you so much for signing up to help out at this event. My name is Sadie Holwigner. I am the Assistant Director at Max Higbee Center, and I am also the Volunteer Coordinator for April Bruise Day.
And my name's Kate Whiteside. I will be an event planner at April Bruise Day, and I am the Executive Director here at Max Higbee Center.
For those of you that don't know, April Bruise Day is a Pacific Northwest beer festival. This year we have 70 breweries, which means over 140 beers. We're expecting 4,500 attendees, and this event needs 350 volunteers to make happen. We have 1 hour to set up this event from 4:30 to 5:30.
So thanks for coming out. We really need all of you to show up to make this event possible. And this event, it benefits Max Higbee Center, and we provide community-based recreation programs for teens and adults with developmental disabilities. And our programs allow people to build friendships, to recreate, to build healthy lifestyles, and to have fun. And April Bruise Day raises over 50% of our annual revenue. So we would not have Max Higbee Center without April Bruise Day. It's a big deal. So thank you for helping out. And I'm actually going to give a code phrase right now that will be part of your test later. Inclusion matters, because it does.
So as volunteers, what should you bring day of? You have to bring your ID, whether you are freshly 21 or if you are in your 60s and volunteering. We need to see your ID. Doesn't matter how old you are. Please also wear comfortable shoes and weather-appropriate clothing. This is a rain or shine event, so if you're outside or in the beer garden or something, you might get a little wet, but let's all hope for the sun. If you are a pourer, you have to bring your mass permit and have it on your person day of. If you don't, then you cannot pour at this event. What not to bring? Anything else? We don't have the space to store any personal belongings, backpacks, purses, anything like that. So if you cannot keep it on your person, then please do not bring it. Also, I just want to make a note that we can't make any kind of job switches unless you are unable to fulfill the position's requirements. So shoot me an email if that happens, or if you feel like you can't fulfill your position, but if not, I can't make any special requests.
So to go over a few of our volunteer expectations, we know that you all are lovely people and are going to do wonderful jobs, but just so you know what we expect of you. The first one is a big one. Don't get really drunk and wasted at this event. You have to be able to volunteer, and so if you're drunk and cannot do your job, we will ask you to leave. And we also won't ask you to come back next year. So please drink responsibly, have some fun. There's lots of beer, like Sadie just said, so enjoy some beer, but try not to have like 20 or more beers so that you can fulfill your jobs. Also, as a volunteer, you should be empowered as an authority figure. So you are an authority figure of this event, which means please keep an eye out for potential issues like excessive drinking among the crowd, people trying to sneak in, people breaking their glasses, using fake IDs, any of those issues. Please ask those people to stop it or ask them to leave the event. You do have that authority to do that. Also ask for help. If there's any issues like the things that I just listed, you can talk to a volunteer captain who you'll be checking in with at volunteer headquarters. You can talk to your beer garden zone leaders. These zone leaders will have special sashes and will be roving around the beer garden zone that you'll be working in, so ask them for help if you need to. You can ask myself or Sadie or any of the team leads. We will be dressed up really silly in, I think, wigs.
And tutus?
And tutus. All right. So ask us for help. We'll be around the event. There's also law enforcement in their uniform, so you'll see those people walking around the event too, so you can ask them for help. So just let people know if there's an issue. Also, please note that in case of an emergency, if it's an emergency outside of April Bruise Day, it's an emergency inside of April Bruise Day. So call 911. If there's a fire, if there's a huge fight, if you think that there should be police, and if you would call 911 outside of April Bruise Day, do it inside the event. For more minor stuff, like for basic first aid, you can send people over to volunteer headquarters where we will have some first aid kits. Finally, the other expectation for all volunteers is to look out for script. These are the tasting tickets. And this equals money for Max Higby Center. So please make sure that people are collecting these script tickets, that attendees are giving these script tickets for each glass that they taste. And also keep an eye out for any script tickets that are not the official event script, which we will tell you day of. This is not what it's going to look like. It's a secret until the day of. So just make sure that script tickets are being collected, because that is $1 for Max Higby Center. And every time they're not being collected, that's $1 that our programs do not get.
All right, first shift volunteers. You will all be checking in at the Goat in front of Depot Market Square at 4 p.m. You will be checking in with our volunteer captain, Jordan, who will give you a color at check-in. She will then send you over to our color guard, which is going to be, they're all going to be stationed in front of Boundary Bay, and you will go to the color guard that matches the color that Jordan gave you. From there, you will receive a setup job from the color guard. After you finish your setup job, check back in at volunteer headquarters, which will be inside of Depot Market Square, and you'll receive your event job, the supplies, description, all that good stuff. You need to be positioned by 5:15. Doors open at 5:30, so we need everybody ready to go by 5:15. Once your position has been relieved around 7:30 or 8 by the second shift volunteer, you are then able to enjoy the event. If you have any supplies, please return it back to volunteer headquarters, but after that there is no checkout necessary. You are free to roam around and enjoy the event. The floater will be available to be moved around to different volunteer positions as needed. First priority, you are the volunteer backup. Your captains will first decide if there's a job you can help with if another volunteer didn't show up. Please, when you check in, be patient as we look through all of our spreadsheets and figure out what positions need to get filled and determine any needs that we have.
If we don't place you right away, then there's some other things that you can help out with, like breaking the assistance. So walking around the brewer assistant, or walking around the beer garden zones and looking for brewer's assistant volunteers that might need bathroom breaks or need to go get some food, and stepping in for them so that they can take a break. Also, just keep an eye out for things that need to be cleaned up and tidying things that you see, picking up any trash. We can never have enough help with this. At the end of the night, we have to clean up everything, so it really helps if people are cleaning up as the event is happening rather than waiting until the very end.
As a floater, if you were not assigned a specific volunteer position and you are roaming, breaking people, cleaning up, please check in with volunteer headquarters every 20 to 30 minutes to see if a need does end up needing to get filled, or a position that needs to get filled.
It's very likely that after 20 to 30 minutes we'll find a place that we really need you to work. So please do check in every 20 to 30 minutes. Also, the second code phrase for this video that you will need to remember for the quiz is "Let it rain beer." Volunteers, if you need to cancel before the event, please let me know. You can shoot me an email, give me a call, and that is not a problem. We can find somebody to replace you. But if you don't let me know, that makes things so much harder for us day of, and we are scrambling to fill your position. So it is so important to give me as much notice as possible. And thank you so much for volunteering. Like I said, we need volunteers to put this event on, and we really appreciate the time that you give to Max Higby Center. We really wouldn't have April Brews Day or Max Higby Center without you, so thank you.